Come on. Okay, there we go. Hello everybody, this is Maniac for Bricks, and I am here on the Extras channel with a little bit of behind the scenes with my BrickLink store. As some of you guys know, between yesterday and today, I've been doing a lot of work on updating the BrickLink store. I've had a haul from a while ago, probably since about, I want to say, well, I know the number is haul number 98, but I don't remember exactly when I published it and when I got it. It was definitely a long time ago, several months ago. It was either October or September. I forget exactly when, but it's a haul in which I've had a lot of pieces that I've wanted to go through for a long time, sort them out, and then get them into the BrickLink store. I haven't actually done it over time because I've taken care of some other things, and there's still things to be taken care of right now, but I wanted to take enough time to just throw a whole bunch in the BrickLink store in a couple days, and then work on some other things that you guys would enjoy, such as, more reviews and things for my channel. For right now, I'm okay with reviews for the channel. They are on a scheduling basis, so I won't worry too much about trying to put those in. I might have to fill out a few more for the next couple days, but I think for right now, I'm going to be okay. I mean, usually when I do reviews, they're on the weekdays, so I wouldn't worry about them on the weekend. It'll just be a matter of filling them up for next week. So what you guys can do for this live stream is simple. Well, simply just let me know if there's certain parts in here that you wanted to see further go into the BrickLink store sooner. I'm right now just organizing the parts into different types. I haven't actually gone through and put any of these into the store yet. That I'll do a little bit later on, a little bit in between the live stream. So the camera angle will change over time throughout the live stream. I don't expect this to be intensely long because I want to do another Minecraft live stream tonight. You guys enjoy those, so might as well try to do it again. But I wanted to have a lot of time to actually go through these parts and put them into the BrickLink store so you guys can enjoy the parts. And if you are in part of this live stream, it doesn't mean you have to join it, but I just mean if you are somebody watching it and you are subscribed to this channel, I will give you a special bonus just for being in the live stream in association with this. Hello, here I am. In association with this live stream, you guys will get to have an exclusive coupon to the BrickLink store. It'll take about 10% off of your order, and that's before you make the order. You get a 10% off coupon usually in my store after you place an order in the store and after I deliver it to you. But this will be one that you can use right before making an order. So if you've never ordered from my store before, you'll be able to just put that coupon right into use. Plus, we already have some items that are on sale right now. A lot of Technic is on sale. It's on 15% off all Technic, Bionicle, and even some other stuff that relates to Technic and Bionicle. Even Bionicle books are on sale because I have some Bionicle books in pretty good condition. I even have a whole bunch of Technic parts here I want to throw into the store in case you guys need some. And then you just have a lot of basic Lego parts. You're not really going to find any minifigures that I had to throw in right now for the haul, or right now from the haul. That's what I meant to say. Because in the haul I didn't get any minifigures. I only got a few minifigure parts, and some of them I threw into my own collection. I'll figure out later on if I need to just divvy them out for my own. BrickLink store, but for right now, it's just going to be for the collection. So there's a lot of parts in here. I don't know if you got to see it before, but I'll let you take another look. We have, I mean, you guys can write in the comments if there's a certain part that you wanted to see. I'll see if I can find it, even if it's not shown on the screen right now. There's a whole box next to me full of parts, so chances are it could be in that whole box. There's actually a lot of pieces from this box that aren't Lego because it was kind of a mishmash of stuff that I got. But there's a lot of, Mega Blocks and other third-party construction brands that you guys, I know I'm not going to throw it to the BrickLink store, obviously, because it's just Lego. I'm just trying to sort out things from there so that I can, you know, work on just Lego stuff. But like in a way that like I'll take out a whole bunch of these parts, throw them into BrickLink, throw them into another bin where I'll get them sorted later, and then take out more parts, organize them, and do the same. So hopefully that works for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy this little live stream. Again, I don't anticipate this to be long because I want to give you guys enough time to see some more Minecraft gameplay. If you missed, well, I already had a Minecraft gameplay the other day. It was 2 days ago, but I also had one that was there was one that was like before the Minecraft live stream, so you could watch that as its own video even if I'm not live. You guys can also ask me some questions about the BrickLink store, about what I'm doing with Lego right now. Anything behind the scenes, I'll let you know. Even if it's about my my town, because there's actually been some update to the town. I still have things to work on, but I'm not entirely ready for a video yet for it. One thing that needs to be worked on, I wanted to try to put into my town, is a new restaurant, but unfortunately, it's not going to be able to fit with the town scale that I have. The scale that I have includes, you know, buildings that are like 16 by 16 base plates. The scale for this one is more likely going to be in the it's going to be like 16 by 32 or even 32 by 32. It's a place called Astro Bistro. It's a small like coffee house and partial restaurant. It'll have performances. It has, you know, a bunch of like lounge areas, and it's going to be a space theme because I called it Astro Bistro. That means it's space related, right? So it's going to have a space theme to it. It will have my semi well-known hashtag in there. It'll have the hashtag space coffee. It's a thing that I developed a couple months ago as an idea. It was just a fun little thing I said one time, and people actually embraced it. I've seen other people put it on their Instagram pages, and I kind of want to bring it back. I want to bring it into my town because I think it's a fun thing to have space coffee. And, you know, the rooms will try. I'll try to make things in the Astro Bistro. I'll try to make it, you know, space themed, maybe even coordinating with Lego's space themes, with like a certain Blacktron area, a certain classic space area. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it as far as the design. I've only worked out the dimensions for it today. It's going to be more on the 16 by 32 scale or 32 by 32 scale. That's a higher scale than I've done with compared to some other Lego buildings that I usually keep around. Even the one that I did for the toy shop in December was kind of on that scale because of the additional space surrounding it. But the idea is I can use it with my Lego user group, Garden Slug. If you have heard of us in New Jersey, Garden Slug. I will try to use it with our displays and, you know, at different shows. So it'll be a nice little building to add in to their, you know, to their big town, a big city. It's usually made out of a whole bunch of other mocks that other people build. They're usually on the modular scale as far as, you know, like the type of buildings. So things like the Palace Cinema, Parisian Restaurant, Greengrocer, Pet Shop, you name it. Those kinds of sets that are used, you know, we build the buildings for that city on that type of scale. I know one of the members who's actually made or is working on a sort of landmark or a sort of recognizable building from New Jersey. I don't remember the exact name of it, but it's a really impressive building. He's mainly made the outside of it, but he's going to work on the inside at a later point. I can't really tell much more than that because I just can't. But it's, you know, it's that kind of thing. You know, we build buildings that are 16 by 32 base plates, so it's like a shorter building, or we have the 32 by 32 base plates, which are a little bit larger and you know, have more space for things. Usually the buildings themselves are 16 by 32 in terms of the size, not including, or not taking, including, should I say, the space for the sidewalks and back alleys. Because sometimes there are back alleys put into the modular sets. Actually, usually there are back alleys put in, and that's something we also do with our mocks too. So that's the idea that I'm having, is a space-themed restaurant that could possibly fit into this larger, bigger, group project, basically. It's something that, we each bring our own stuff to the table. We bring it and set it up with all the other buildings, see what fits, see what doesn't fit. And then we have usually a train running around it, and we have some citizens and some other accessories. It looks really nice when it's all put together. The last show that we had was, well, we had a display. It wasn't our show. The last display that we had was in Greenberg, or it was at the Greenberg train show. Not the one in November. Well, yeah, there was one in November, but that was a little bit, that was back in like December. But there was also another event like that. The same people running the event. I mean, they had the show again in January, early January. I didn't go to that one because I didn't have anything ready for it, and I also was worried about the weather because it was predicted heavy snow, and I didn't want to get caught in not only traffic but also in bad weather. Got to keep yourself safe when driving. So we have a lot of pieces here. You can ask about any of them. You can ask about any of my other projects. Some other things. I got on a big tangent about the, the buildings. So getting back on track, I could make a smaller Astro Bistro for my own town and then possibly convert it into a larger one to use for these later events. I think that would be a good idea, although it will, cut out a whole bunch of, different ideas that I could use for the restaurant. It would still be a nice idea to at least try it in my town's scale, even though it's, it's pretty small. I would imagine it would probably turn out to be 16 by 16 and become a corner building. That way it'll be enough space so you can have all the little features, but also be able to fit in with other buildings. I also plan on having a fire station, police station, and a bank. The police station will also have a jail cell inside of it, but none of these have actually been, I don't have any concept art for it. I don't have anything that says this is how it's going to be built. These are all just kind of ideas that I threw out a few different times. I want to try to, work on them and develop them. Hello.
Well, you're not going to high school now.
Why?
It's harder.
Probably. Yep. Sorry about the interruption. There was just this is my parents talking with me. They're saying high school is hard. No, they're not going to high school. I'll be right back. Okay. All right, so I'm back in the New York booth. Was it too early for music references and videos? It's never too early for that. I keep finding a whole bunch of these pieces that I've already sorted on BrickLink. It's just like more quantity of them. So I'll have to find a way to go back in there and add more of them. I'm sure at some point somebody is going to ask me if they're in the know, if they know well enough about BrickLink. They're probably going to ask me use BrickStock. It'll make it easier and faster. It's like, although I'm not really familiar with the program too much, I can actually use it. I could still try it and try to make the process faster and still be able to interact with you guys. Oh, wait, there's an email here from Lego. Lego Bionicle fan, enjoy free standard shipping on us. Dear Lego Bionicle fan, we're really sorry we didn't tell you about the new Lego Bionicle set sooner. Normally, we would email you as soon as they were available on the Lego shop since you signed up for the email notifications. I did. But there were issues on our website that caused the email to go out later than we expected. All of the new Bionicle sets should have shown up as available now on January 1st, 2015. Unfortunately, when they first appeared, some incorrectly showed as being out of stock or sold out. That I noticed, and I thought that was actually just true. I thought people just bought them up right away. Okay then. We're happy to let you know that we've taken care of the problems. The sets are now showing correctly and are all available. You can view all of the Bionicle sets available on the LEGO shop. As an apology for the delay and a token of our gratitude, please use a one-time code, not going to say it on camera, to get free shipping on your next order. Your promo code expires January 21st. Okay, we got a little bit of time, 2 weeks. Click any link in this email to activate your promo code or enter it during checkout. We hope you're as excited as we are to continue the world of Bionicle. That's pretty nice. Now, I don't know if it's a bad thing for me to say the code on there. That's why I omitted it when I was reading the email. But I'm going to keep that in mind because I do want to get more Bionicle. I mean, I'm still on vacation, and I don't know why I'm not actually getting myself out to the store like I want to. I mean, maybe it's because I have so much to do here. I keep forgetting about it or delaying it. Plus, I also had a few errands I want to run, but they're not like time sensitive, so I don't know. I just haven't done them yet. Let's see. I'm just checking up on some other emails. Oh yeah, I had a review posted earlier today about Aqua Raiders Crab Crusher 7774. By the way, if it seems like I'm going against myself and saying, you know, I said before, I'll put the 2015 reviews up right away, and I haven't done that already, it's because I had to redo one of the reviews, and another one, I'm trying to wait to go outside to actually do part of the review out there. I'm still debating on it, but I might just do it indoors because it's just really cold here, and I thought that would be kind of a good thing for the review. It's reviewing Kopaka, and he, you know, he's a master of ice, so it would have been cool to have him outside in the snow for the review. The only problem is it's cold outside, so I'd have to really buckle up, and not that it's a problem to do that, not that I'm lazy, maybe I'm lazy, I'll admit that, but it's like I'm not really sure if I'm going to do the whole review outside. That's the thing that kind of made me wonder, and I apologize for taking longer than I need to decide that. It's just a matter of if it's outside, the figure mostly has white pieces. Yeah, a good amount of it does. There are some other colors in there, but there are a lot of white pieces. It's not really going to show up too well in the snow. So that's why I was thinking maybe I shouldn't do the review outside because it'll be hard for people to see it, you know? When I did the beach review of Surfer Rescue, it totally made sense. It was totally okay with seeing what the figures looked like because you didn't have the waves on top of me, and the sand wasn't a problem with, you know, telling apart, you know, the figures and the set from the environment. In this case, you know, you know, winter type sets, except for Lego City Arctic, usually have a white part of the color scheme, like a lot of Bionicle characters do, if they're related to snow, ice, winter, or light. So that's why I was wondering, you know, maybe I shouldn't do it outside, but also it's not too easy to do it inside either. When I do reviews of figures like that, and you know, like they're mostly white, and they're done against the studio, which is currently crowded because I moved some boxes around. Anyways, But when I do it against there, it throws off the white balance a lot, and it's a lot harder to see. An example of this was a review I did a while ago of a Lego Bionicle figure. I don't remember the exact name of it, but I remember that looking back at the video, the quality was not great. So I'm really trying to hold back on that because I'm not really sure how well it's going to come out on camera. That way, you'll be able to see the figure better and see, all the shape of the figure better because of that, trying not to get too much white on the camera at the same time. I've had a bunch of times where I'd have like those lines on camera. That either is a factor of it like being too much white or too bright a light. That's either like when the lamp is like really close down here, like I try to get it that close just to get like the good like brightness of like seeing the whatever I'm looking at, but sometimes it's too much, so I don't know. All right, so anyways, back on track. I don't know if I'm on a tangent already. 7774 Crab Crusher. This is a comment on my review of it from Little Posties. Some cool pieces on the submarine. Shame they are yellow. Not sure yellow is my favorite color of Lego brick. Although I do need to build a giraffe. That's funny. So, Little Posties, if you see this at some point, thank you for watching the review. Yes, yellow may not be the best color. I actually like it a lot personally when it comes to Lego sets. With the underwater theme, I think it makes a lot of sense because it's nice and easy to see if you're underwater theoretically. But just as a building toy, it's been something Lego's used multiple times and seems like one of the more attractive colors for an underwater theme. They've used it with Aqua Raiders. They've used it with Aqua Zone. They've used it, I believe, Aquanauts. Yeah, Aquanauts used it as well. All these kinds of underwater themes have had the yellow as part of their color scheme, if not the primary color of the color scheme. Let's see. I think that's it as far as any new comments. I don't know if there are actually any on the video. I haven't checked yet. A lot of this has been organized before I started the live stream, so that's why I'm not worried about like having to go back in and organize things, but I will actually get to what I want to do. The voting's up. Oh, that's funny. Just a funny email. Now, you may have heard the other day, I guess it was either yesterday or the day before, on Instagram, I posted about how I lost an auction on eBay for an Aqua Raiders set. Well, the reason why I was concerned about it is because, yeah, I was a bit upset. I mean, that was one thing. But I was really looking forward to that eBay auction because it had the parts I needed to complete the Aqua Base Invasion. It's a set that I got incomplete, but I already knew it in advance. But it was a set that I got somewhat incomplete. There was a few things missing from it, and that other eBay auction was a whole nother set. Granted, it might be just paying for the same set twice, but it'll give me the parts that I need to throw in and make that whole new set, So that way I have one complete copy, and then I could stash off the rest, probably throw it on BrickLink because they're all new parts. Like, they were like, only one bag of 9 was opened. So that's pretty good. And the one bag that was opened most likely had all the parts, not all the parts that I needed, but the parts that were needed for one model out of a few. Anyways, let's get to organizing some things. I might actually bring it up on the, I don't know if I'll put it up on the BrickLink. Put the BrickLink thing up on the thing. Put the thing on the thing. I can't talk. I was organizing pieces for a couple hours today, I gotta say, and I don't even think I made a dent in, maybe a little bit of a dent in this box. I didn't even notice until now, but it seems like there are a couple people on. So hello, the kid vlogger. Hello, minifigure collector. And is that all? That's all I see right now. I'm replying to comments now that I'm actually looking at them, so sorry. The kid vlogger, you can drive. Yes, I'm actually turning 20 on January 26th, and I'm actually hoping for a BrickLink sale a little bit before then, just as a birthday celebration. You know, you guys get a break. I'll let you know actually on its own video and on BrickLink itself once I actually make, you know, once the sale is up, you'll know. Is that Toa Nuva canister in the side of you? Yes, this was Toa Lua Nuva. Still has the original sticker on it for the price, $8.79 at Kmart. A little high, because the original one was $7.99, I believe. Anyways, yeah, there are stuff all over the place. There was even like a few bag sets. I rebuilt some sets recently because I was just like, I feel like building it again. There's no rest for Maniac for Bricks. My work is never done. Sorry about the mistake. What mistake? That you didn't understand the shipping. Snowplow. Actually, that snowplow set would be a good idea to review outside, because it wouldn't be conflicting with the white snow. So I'd have to buy it and build it, and then, you know, and then review it outside in order to do that. But I don't know. In fact, I have a whole bunch of stuff that's sitting on the side right now as like outside stuff, you know. If I go out, I'll take that with me, do some videos or maybe some photography. I have one idea for hashtag Wizards in Winter, where I have a whole bunch of Lego wizards lined up in a row, and you get to see them from like different years. The only problem is I'm missing the one from Series 12, so I don't know why he's not over there. And Vitruvius is over there, so I count him as a wizard. He kind of, I'd say he's wizard-like. 13 hammer times 62. Yes, I don't know how that popped up here, but yes, if anybody doesn't know, that was my old username when I first started on YouTube with Lego reviews. It was 13 hammer times 62. Honestly, it was a random nickname. I was like, I was really into music when I was trying to, make the YouTube channel. So I was like, I'll just pick a song at random from my iTunes library and then use part of the name, if not the part of the artist name, or something related to that song that I was going to use for the username. And honestly, that was the song that came up, "You Can't Touch This" by MC Hammer. So I used that, Hammer Time, as as part of 13 Hammer Time 62. I won't tell you the rest of the parts, what they stand for or anything, but yeah, that's how that happened. In case you ever wondered, like, why 13 Hammer Time 62? What, that seems like a weird and kind of odd, username for somebody who's reviewing Lego. Well, at the time, yeah. I honestly didn't know what else to call myself at that time. Then later on, I went to Maniac for Lego and then Maniac for Bricks, because I didn't want to have, not that I didn't want to have affiliation with Lego, but I didn't want to have it as a problem with using Lego. It's not my term. It's the Lego group's term. So yeah, that's that story. I hope I didn't put you to sleep telling it. All right, so let's see. Aquanauts is part of Aquazone. You're right. It actually is. When I first said Aquazone, I was thinking, I don't know exactly which one it was. I was trying to think of, there were two parts of Aquazone that had yellow. There was the one group that had the suction cups, and they had like trans green or trans blue. It might have been trans green, with part of their gear, and they also usually had like blue torsos. But the suction cups was the thing that was special about them. That and their detaching vehicles. That was pretty cool. And then there was a second group that was before them that was called Aquanauts. They were the ones who battled the Aqua Sharks. So I think we're caught up on the comments. So what I can do now is go to BrickLink and try to sort out these parts. Again, if you guys are looking for certain parts, I would be happy to put them in as soon as possible. If you're looking for specific parts, I don't have a lot of unique. I mean, there are unique parts in here, but they're not ones that are going to be like, you know, modified brick-like pieces, you know, like green growther pieces or something like that. A lot of these are going to be your basic tiles, plates, bricks, modified plates, some modified bricks. You got cylindrical pieces, round plates, Technic parts, some wheels here, a few minifigure accessories. There are a whole bunch of these I might actually want to use. So I might not put them into BrickLink yet, but I love these camera type pieces. And the way that they've been used by Lego over time is really cool. Just all the little mini models that they make with them. I was thinking of making a mini mock with the train. Like they made a little train that had this as the base. I was thinking maybe I could put like passenger cars on the end of it, and then maybe a caboose. So I might leave that aside and you know, use that. And if I don't need it anymore, I could throw it in a BrickLink. It's not really a matter of, you know, I want to make money off of it, but it's more of a matter of I don't need it, so I'll give it to somebody who will need it or might need it. You know, somebody who can make good use of it. So yeah, that's my philosophy with the BrickLink store. If I don't need it, I'm willing to share it with other people. You know, that's what the parts are for. And don't be scared that a lot of my parts are used. They are clean. This entire hole number 98, they are all given to me clean. And you know, I actually look through each piece as I put them into the BrickLink store, and they're in pretty good condition, in my opinion. I just don't want to have to write every single time that I put a piece in, you know, like new condition or great condition or anything like that. It's just a normal thing about my store. I don't put them in if they look trashy. That's not what I'm for. You know, I wouldn't want to buy parts from a BrickLink store or from any store, in fact, if you know, if something was damaged or if something was broken or if something was like splotched with paint or something. You know, that's just not good service. Whereas, you know, what I want to do is give you guys good, clean stuff and give you things that you can actually, you know, you can handle and you can use right away. So right now I'm just putting together some of the Technic bricks. You know, it just occurred to me I haven't done any of the commercials yet. Now I know it's not just occurring to me. It's just like it popped back in my head today. So maybe you guys can get a preview of what it's going to be for doing these commercial reviews. If you don't know about them, I've mentioned them on my main channel a few times. I think once or twice. It's a type of review in which I'll look at a Lego commercial from the past or the present and review it. Basically talking about what I think of the style that the commercial does, or the kind of sets that they show in the commercial and things like that. Other group was Hydronauts. Thank you, Minifigure Collector, for clarifying. I might actually try to do that after throwing a whole bunch of these things to the BrickLink store. What I'm doing right now is I'm trying to organize them so that I know which is where, and that way, you know, it'll be a little easier for me to look for the parts. You know, like maybe I'll even show you on here if you're not familiar with it. Let me just try to go. I gotta change one or two things. And then I will pull up the screen share. Okay, so we want entire reference catalog. There we go. Here we have one item that I'm going to put into BrickLink. You probably saw a few of these before. Brick 1x1 round open stud. I actually have a few different colors here. Some of them that are actually sorted in the BrickLink store. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to the next page. Oh yeah, I was going to go to this too. Let me check something. There was a part that I was looking for here that I was going to put into the BrickLink store. Sometimes I do it by like finding the set and then finding the part in that set and then putting it onto BrickLink. It may seem complicated, but I have a whole bunch of parts that I don't know where they're from. Like I can't just part out like these are not parts that I can just say, okay, let me find the set that has them all, part them out, and then it's all done. These are all loose parts, so I don't have a central way of grouping all these together and putting them onto BrickLink. What I try to do is just find the part as is, like I'll put in plate 1x6 or something like that. And if I don't know the name of it right off the top of my head like that, when it's not that simple, I'll try to look for the set that has it or something in my BrickLink store that is similar to it and then find it as the name. I don't memorize names of specific Lego parts. I just try to find some names and then others I find the set that it's from or similar sets that it's from. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to show you how I put them into the actual BrickLink store. I'm just organizing a few more parts I found here. I can't keep my hands off of them. So, going to go back here. No, not my wanted list. We want to go to my inventory. There's a certain type of part that's in my BrickLink store under this name. Now, hopefully it finds it. There we go. So we have a few different categories for it, and they're actually already on here, but it's just I have more for the quantity to add to these. So let's see, for the red ones, I have 4 more to add in. So we'll just go down here. We have 20. This one is 23. That's amazing. It was literally stacked right in front of my laptop, and I couldn't see for a while. But once I took that out of the way, I was like, whoa, I could see differently now. So we have 5 more to add, and that's going to bring us to 28. Then we have some in black. We have 2 more to add, so that's going to bring us to 13. I think that's it for now as far as those colors. Oh, we have another one in dark bluish gray. So that brings us to 8. And that's it for now as far as those types of parts. There is another color that I need to add in there, light bluish gray, because I have one sitting here, but I don't have it listed already in my store. That's the thing you have to know is, like, if you add a new color, to an existing type. I'm not going to speak as if I'm an expert on BrickLink. Just so you know, I am far from expert on explaining how to use BrickLink. I try to do tutorials once I feel like I understand something well enough, but I'm not going to act like a big shot. Like I know everything, because I don't. So this one is just 1, and average price 5 cents. Now, what you're seeing is I go by the current sales average, and usually, round prices around there, so that you're not paying too high or too low for any certain type of piece. Sometimes I do lower it from the average, and that obviously makes it easier for you guys to obtain it. But usually I go to the average as a way of just figuring out, okay, what are other people selling it for? And not as a big competition, but just as a little bit of an edge, I put it at the average. So that way, again, it's in the middle. It's not too high of any certain type of piece. Okay, I thought I just saw something. All right, so let's go back here. Now, as I put them into the store, you might hear me play around with some pieces in the background. That's me adding some of them into the actual bin. There's a suitcase on the side of me that has all the parts that I need to sort for BrickLink. I go through those every once in a while just to be sure that everything is organized and I know how to get back to it on, if I need to pull an order for somebody. So it's easy for me to understand. I do need to get more organizers though. I hope to actually go out maybe tomorrow or so, maybe get some more organizers, hopefully. That'll make things a lot easier for organizing every lot, because a lot of the times I'm organizing, there's nothing wrong with this. It's just the method that works for me. But a lot of times I'm organizing by the out of mostly one stack on container, which has 24, maybe 25 different slots. And for each of those slots, they're organized by a certain type of piece, but some of them are by a general type of piece. For example, I have one. There's no given cabinet, whatever you want to call it. There's no given one of those drawers that is organized for a single lot. There are too many lots for me to have right now that I can do that. I have about 1,100 lots in my store, so I don't have that much space for that right now. But hopefully later on, I'm not saying I would hope to get to that point, but I would hope to at least, be able to do something better than what I have now, because it does get cramped up at times that I have to shuffle around pieces. But it's still something I can work through. It's not too hard for me to actually work with it. So now we have a wing that's going into the BrickLink store. I just inspected the part and check for its white. There's one of them. A lot of these, yeah, will be onesies, but I will come back over time and hopefully I'll have more quantity of a certain type of part. It just depends on the part. And this one, it says the average is 20 cents. I will try to lower them over time if they are a lot of the same part. Like all those light gray round bricks, I could lower that price because there's so many of them. Or if the price seems reasonable already, just leave it be. Not that I want it, again, not that I'm not trying to rip anyone off with these kinds of prices. So let me just check it with you guys. Why can't you accept money orders? The minifigure collector asks. I don't know how money orders work, and until I do, I can't accept money orders. It's nothing against the money orders. It's just a matter of knowing how they work from receiving or giving it. And if that's explained to me thoroughly, then maybe I'll accept them. It just depends on what's required for seeing, how that works. There are some limits for the BrickLink store for me. In case you guys don't know, there actually are some new things I've added as far as minifigures to the BrickLink store. I've added in the minifigures from the double-decker couch set, and most of them are at the lower end of prices that you'll find on BrickLink. I know it's my video, and I might as well do my own ad for it, but they have, or each of the prices are around the same price as collectible minifigures, around the same price. So that's not too, it's not too expensive for you guys if you want to get just the minifigures from the double-decker couch set, because I can understand maybe the builds aren't that interesting. Maybe you just want the figures themselves, and I can supply them. Now, let's say I run out of a certain type of minifigures or parts. Depending on the set, I will be happy to go buy more. So don't be afraid of the fact that I have one entry for some minifigures. I can get more of them, depending on the figure. If they're already, like ones from the double-decker couch set, I would definitely get more of those. I'm just not doing it right away because I don't know. I definitely want to get one that I want to keep in my collection, but I'm not sure yet as far as getting ones for the store. I know. I'm a very novice guy when it comes to BrickLink. Very, very novice. I only started in October for BrickLink, so cut me some slack. But yeah, about the money orders, if that's explained to me thoroughly of how they work from the receiving or giving end, then maybe I'll accept them. It's nothing personal otherwise. Let's get some of these round plates. They're in my way right now. And there goes some other plates. There's literally this whole room, like desk space, is full of Lego. I need to actually clear it out. It's a big motivator. That and doing it on camera is motivating for me. So we'll go to plate. It might be boring for you guys to see it from that perspective at this point. So I'm going to stop it and I'll show you from my perspective on what happens. So I'll look for a plate and let's see. I got a whole bunch here in different colors. I'm going to start with the ones that have more pieces or, you know, more of the same quantity. So that way I can just throw more pieces itself into the store. So we'll start with this one that's in white. I gotta look down for white, and then I'll open up in a new tab for each of the criteria. Let's count them up. Why wait? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Wait, I think I have to recount. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so we have 16 of these 1x1 round plates used. And looking through them, they're in good condition. There's nothing wrong with them being broken or being, I say splotched. I said splotched before, but you know, if there's like anything infecting them as far as color, because I've had Lego pieces I've gotten in bulk lots. They have like weird paint on them. I don't know exactly what the person did with them before I got them, but I got them with weird, like, they just got painted on. And I don't really know why, but I just kind of pushed them to the side. Obviously I won't sell them because like some of them were even like, it was like a 2x4 slope, 45 degrees, something like that. And it was in sand red, which is a good color to have, but it had a little mark of white paint on it. And I'm not talking about a dot of paint. I'm talking about like a little stripe that almost covered one of the studs. I'm not going to sell that because that's not going to be useful to people. If I can etch that off carefully, not destroying the brick quality, then maybe I could sell it. But or even use Lego as much as I buy it, as much as I anything to it, pretty much. Okay, so now we have the white round plates in the store, and I'll put them in. Fit them a little further into the big case. I'm actually thinking move some things around. Excuse me for a minute. I'm gonna move some things around. This is a smaller case I have for certain parts, usually tiles. There's a minifigure in here. I don't know why. Some tiles in here, some rounded pieces. All right. I think I'll leave it as is, but I'll keep it open so that I can try to organize the pieces more. I mean, the stack is starting to become a little bit too high, and it might actually be overflowing. It's not overflowing this minute, but if there's too much elsewhere put onto it, then it might be a problem. not too big of a problem for you guys again, but more for something I need to take care of. The kid vlogger asks if he can join. I don't really know. I mean, I'm gonna actually go off soon and just do a little bit of Minecraft. I'll clean up a little bit around here, but I want to have some time for people to play for me to show people how I play Minecraft poorly. There we go. Actually, I know I'm not the worst at it, but it can be bad. I guess I can allow you to join for a little bit, but I'd have to actually send you an invite. So hold on. And minifigure collector, if you need any help IDing any minifigure, I will be glad to help. Thank you very much, minifigure collector. As your name states, you are very knowledgeable. So I'm trying to think of any minifigures I needed help with as far as identifying them. I can't think of any off the top of my head. I think I'm good for now, but I'll let you know in case I do. Yeah, I should be good for now. Even over there. Yeah, those are okay. I'm just kind of looking at them, just seeing if they're like something I was familiar with. I want to join and do BrickLink stuff the kid vlogger has. Here's the thing. I'm not going to tell you no, and I'm not going to tell you yes. It's totally up to you. However, there are a few things I think you should know, and anybody should know, before doing BrickLink, myself included. BrickLink is not an easy thing to do. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of patience. There's a lot of management. There's a lot. It's not just the online management either. It's the physical in here, like in real life management. You know, I have to organize Lego bricks and polybags and minifigures and parts in real life so that I can access them once I need them for a certain thing. It's also not a social site. It's a selling site. It's a site, that's made to be for selling things. A lot of people now join BrickLink because, at the kind of, I wouldn't say peer pressure, but a lot of people join BrickLink because other people are doing it. Hello, Tony Bricks. So it's not like, oh, I want to be part of the crowd. I want to join BrickLink and do stuff. You don't need to do that. I mean, there's already enough to do in the Lego community that that doesn't even require BrickLink. A lot with just Lego sets, brick filming, mocks. Mocks are definitely big. Reviewing Lego sets. Playing with Lego sets, drop testing Lego sets, Q&A about Lego, a whole bunch of things. There's a lot that you can do with the Lego community that doesn't even require BrickLink. BrickLink is just that extra little bit of what some people want to do with their Lego. It doesn't have to be what everybody has to do with it. The kid vlogger also replied, I have a store. I need to just put parts in, and I already have one. I don't have a link. I didn't send you a link yet. Sorry. If anybody else wants to join in just the last couple of minutes, that's totally okay with me too. I'm sending out the link now to the kid vlogger. I will need to put on the. I think the volume's already on, so that shouldn't be a problem. What was I saying? I can't remember now. Alrighty then. So I just sent it over YouTube. You should receive it in your YouTube messages. If you have a Gmail account that's connected to Google, or if you have a Google account that's connected to YouTube, you should be able to find it in there as well. Try to look in spam just to be sure. No frowny faces in the comments. We're doing fine. Okay, I will get back to doing some more stuff with this store just to get a whole bunch more parts out of the way, and then I can play some Minecraft to relax. I said before I was going to do a preview. I did say I was going to do a preview of what am I called? Of a few other things. Hello, kid vlogger.
Hello.
Hello, welcome to the live stream.
Thanks for having me.
Yep, good to be here.
Okay, so I need to put this helmet in here, but I don't know how much to put it for. Because I don't want to look. I guess I can look. Let's look. I've had a BrickLink store for about a year now, just to tell you.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Oh, I don't want to sell. I want to buy.
Minifigure Collector asks, when you can't sell the parts you have, you shouldn't sell on BrickLink. That's absolutely true. If they're in your hands, that's totally okay. But if you don't have it, don't advertise it, because and I'm not directing this to anyone particularly. I'm just saying in general, that's just unfair. That's false advertising as well. That's
Oh, yes. I know what you meant. I was confused for a second there. I know what you mean.
It means, like, if I said that I had Mr. Gold, and somebody looks at my store and says, "Oh, Mr. Gold is like a really good price. Let me go buy him," and then I don't actually have him in my own collection, that's bad for both sides. First of all, that makes me look bad for putting out something I don't have, and that person may not either. They may not return to the store. They may leave a complaint, and I don't know if there's any like reporting on BrickLink where that in that kind of scenario, but it may lead people away from being in the store after that person, because then they'll see the complaint like, oh, he falsely advertises. I'm not going to go there. How am I supposed to buy something if I don't know if it's there? Like if it's actually there, That is a tricky thing about shopping online. With private sellers, you want to be careful, but I'm showing you what's in hand then goes into the store. I don't put it up.
I have a question. Is it difficult putting in used parts because you have to do it over and over for each and every little part? Because, I mean, it just seems so hard.
It kind of is annoying. I'm trying to find a way to make it faster, but because they're not from any particular set, it is a little bit more work to do. With a lot of the parts, though, right now, it's pretty basic stuff. Like, I have a whole stack here of just 2x3 plates, or a stack of 1x2 plates. So, name-wise, it's not too hard to put them in, but it is still a little bit with, like, all the different colors and things like that, and organizing it.
See, I upload stuff on my channel about every other day, and so doing that as well, and I have school and stuff, that just seems like a pain.
Right. You just got to find the right balance for what works for you.
Okay, so I'm gonna do this.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There's 17. I'm looking through them. They look good.
Wouldn't that be crazy if somebody had a new classic space helmet? That'd be crazy.
It would be. I mean, it's not impossible, but it could happen. I mean,
okay. Oh crap!
It'd be weird to happen.
I forgot to put.
Most points, people wouldn't really keep sets sealed from that. I mean, that's a big leap from that time to keep something sealed for almost 30, 40 years, and then finally show it up as new and sell it. It's a rare thing to happen.
I've had a BrickLink store for a year, and I've gotten 14 orders, and I have 1,200 parts right now. And I used to have 2,300, so.
That's pretty good. I think I just crossed over 3,000 parts yesterday.
Yeah, that's cool. So were you saying earlier that you put your used parts that are in good condition in your store as new, but you
No, I
say
don't.
so you
I'm
do put them
I'm
as
saying
new.
like you have the comments section where sometimes people will put in great condition, like new condition. Like new means that it's not necessarily new, but it looks really, really good. Like,
Yeah, I see.
you know, when I usually classify new, whether or not it differs from your store or from anyone else's, when I look at something that's new, I think of it as, did I just pull this out of a Lego set? Is it like, you know, brand spanking new? Nobody's owned it before me, and that kind of like really shiny and really clean kind of new.
The
All these
only
stuff
parts
that
that
I'm
are new in my
organizing now.
BrickLink store. Oh, I'll let you finish. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I keep rambling.
The only parts that are new in my BrickLink store are from when I part out sets.
Right. That makes it a lot easier. Oh boy. My phone just fell off the table, which also landed on a Lego set and just destroyed a fish.
Uh-oh.
And some part of it flew off somewhere. I don't know where.
Canoe.
I'll fix it later. Shouldn't be too big of a deal. But yeah, that makes it a lot easier for you.
Okay.
Because you could already put in, like, when you part out a set, you could have the section that says, used or new.
I don't have very many used parts in my store. I put used parts in when I started, but then it got too tedious, so I just started buying sets and porting them out because it was a lot easier.
I'm okay with these used parts going in. Although it's a lot of work, I still think it's just good for beefing up the store in terms of quantity and just like variety.
I like the way you said that, beefing up the store.
Yeah, that's a thing I say sometimes. like like when I'm writing a paper and I feel like a paragraph is too short, I'll try to beef it up with information. Or like when I think of beefing up, I think of like making it fatter, making it
Wow.
bigger.
Wow, how much do you think I should put this in for?
Let me see.
I'm on screen
It's a
share. I
canoe.
should.
It has the stickers on it.
Yes.
Okay, that's a good thought because there's only 3 people selling it with the sticker on it.
Yes.
So what you could do is add them up on the side and then find the average,
Yeah.
or just go a little bit towards the lower price. But that's what I would normally do. Like when I first started parting out the double-decker couch, there was no part out button for it. And
Here we go. What's this? So it's new. It is new. I just pulled it out of its. I just took apart that set. So last 6 months sale. It's not new.
right, some people will look by the last 6 months sales and base their price on that. That's totally okay. That's their own preference.
Here we go. August should work. $1.50, $1.79. So not very many people have put it in even. So I'm gonna say $1.
Well, the last 6 month sales say how many people have bought it. It doesn't say how many put it up for sale. Right now, it's just saying how many are up for sale. Whether or not they've been since August, it depends.
That makes a lot.
It just says how much did people buy this piece for, and that could differ from now if they want to buy it for the same price or less or bigger.
I'm gonna put it in for $1.50. See what happens.
$1.50 doesn't sound too bad.
I don't know where to put this. This is too big. I use stack-ons, and this is too big to... Will this fit in a large drawer? Probably not.
That could probably fit in a large drawer. Let me look. Grab one I can actually use. It might be big enough to even fit in a smaller drawer, like this.
Let me
These are the
check.
ones that come with like the 24 or 25 drawer bins. I only have one so far, so I have like both types of drawers.
Yeah, I have a 60 drawer and a 43 drawer.
Okay.
60.
So those are a lot of the bigger ones.
Yes. All right, so I need to put this
Then. I
in.
actually have that canoe on the side.
Yeah, it fits. I put it in
Might
there.
not be here now. I would think it would probably fit in this type, If not, it'll definitely fit in the bigger drawer.
It fits in the small drawer,
Right.
which is nice. Oh,
The thing that always sets me off about the drawers, though, is they don't fit the full capacity. You know, you have to have a little bit of room underneath so they actually can pull in and out of the space.
Yeah.
Like they have that little lip that's underneath that actually cuts into the drawer space. So you just got to be careful with it.
How did your holiday train come out?
The holiday train was pretty good. That was just the engine and the passenger car, and it still runs. It still is by the tree, probably for at least another week before we take down the Christmas tree, and it doesn't have any collisions. It doesn't hit any of the things around the track, or no pieces fall off of it. So
Weirdly, I got the 2014 cargo train for Christmas.
that one's pretty good.
Yeah. I wish you made a train afterwards, because I would have put all the power functions in.
Yep. I don't have a lot of power functions, so that's why I just went with what I did with like the battery box in the train and the motor underneath. I don't actually own any Lego train sets officially, except for like train tracks. Most of those parts, as far as like the train wheels, were from the Pick-a-Brick on Lego.com.
Oh, I see.
Yep.
So you're still sorting
See,
parts?
is anybody? Yep, still sorting parts. I'm going through mostly round plates right now because I have a whole bunch of colors. I kind of like sticking on just one type so that I can just move on from there and work on other types, you know. Do all the colors at the same time while I still have the page open.
That makes sense. Have you watched any of my Minecraft videos?
What's that?
Have you seen any of my Minecraft videos?
I haven't seen them yet, but I could take a look. See, Minifigure Collector has a few things here. How long have you been collecting Lego? I guess we could both answer it because it's not specific. Roughly since 1998 or 1999. My brother was into it before I got into it, so, you know, he kind of started the collection. I started with Duplo, and then from there, a couple of years later, I think around 2006 or 7, he started to get out of Lego, and then I pretty much took over the collection. and it's expanded quite a lot. It also,
I would say 2005-ish.
Mm-hmm. It was a good time.
I mean, back then I was, 3 years old, and I had a little bit of Duplo, but my parents thought that the Duplo was a little too expensive, and so my brother collected it, and then he got out of it in about 2009, and so did I, and I started collecting in like 2010, and then I got out again, and then now I'm collecting now, and that started on probably January 30th, 2014.
Okay. It's not bad.
So we kept the
Minifigure
collection, though, we just put it in storage. So I didn't have to start over or anything.
That's good. None of mine has been put into storage. It's all just been here, moved around in different boxes. Minifigure Collector also asks, Kid Vlogger, can you explain how a money order works? If you know, go right ahead.
Let's see. So you go to the USPS, so you go to your post office, and you ask them for a money order, and you do have to pay a little bit of shipping to send it out to your person that you get, and you can do up to $500. Correct me if I'm wrong, Minifig Collector, and then the shipping gets a lot more. And then once you receive it, you take it to the bank and you cash it like a check. It actually looks like a check, and then you have the money in your bank account.
Okay. Is there
So
any
it's
fee that the receiver gets?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Because if you
But
have a
that's
bank
just like
account,
money sent over in the mail.
yes, it's basically somebody sending you a check.
Okay. And then once you actually obtain that, then the money gets transferred to your account.
Yes, you have to take it to the bank and deposit it.
Okay. That's interesting.
It's actually
Um,
quite easy. I mean, I got home and I grabbed the envelope and my mom took me to the bank and it took like 2 minutes and it was deposited and we came home. So, and now I had $5 and then I had to go buy something because I have to post a video this weekend and, yeah. So.
right. Well, that doesn't sound too bad then. Sounds pretty easy to do. Minifigure collector, if you still want to do the money order, I'll see what I can do if I can actually get that underway with going to the bank and transferring it, as well as receiving the money order in the mail at first. It's a possibility, but we'll have to see how it works out, though.
And also, you could also do cash exception on your BrickLink store, and then maybe Minifig Collector could just send you some cash. But I don't recommend that because there are some mailmen out there that will open the letters and take the money out and act like
Yeah.
nothing happened.
I see. I would agree with you on that.
Because I've had it happen. Do you collect any vinyl figures by any possibility?
Nope. I don't have any pop vinyl figures. I know it's big now, but there are a lot of the figures I just don't know what they are from other things, and I just don't collect them. Plus, I think, aren't they kind of expensive? Like $17 or something for just one figure in the box?
In Walgreens, they are $7 right now. Walmart, they're $8, and at 7-Eleven, they are $10. That's as far as I've gone so far.
Okay, that's not too bad. Still, I don't think I have enough knowledge to actually, go with a collection.
I only have one because it's really hard for me to pull the trigger on a pop vinyl figure when I only get $40 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And I rarely ever get BrickLink orders that just don't turn into downgrades because sometimes I have to buy bubble mailers and I have to buy like packing tape and stuff. So, and sometimes I charge a little less than what I was supposed to on shipping. So that has bite me in the butt sometimes.
I've done that a couple times too. I don't know if you do it the same way I do, but do you track with like you go to USPS's website and then it has like postage price calculator, and then you use that for calculating shipping?
I used to do that, and then I went through PayPal, so now I do it through PayPal, and they give you a much more accurate price.
That's good, because sometimes I charge the shipping, and then when I actually go to mail it, it feels like it's different, but I was never really certain.
I was just looking in my bin of tiles, and I found a really odd tile.
What kind of tile?
It's a 2x4 light lavender tile.
Okay. Sounds like it's, I mean, without being color stereotypical, it sounds like it's from a friend's set.
Yes, it is. It's probably from the Heart Lake High School or the 2013 Lego Friends Advent Calendar. Because I got those free from one of my dad's employees.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is. Because the Heart Lake High, considering this, it's a $50 set. I mean, you can't beat that.
Can't beat that. Minifigure Collector also had a question about my poster behind me. I gotta look at the question again. I'm just gonna look back and read it. It says, do you have the Barracky in the Bionicle poster behind you? I don't have that specific one, but I do have some of the other ones. I remember it was, I think, like a month before they got out in the stores. Like for Christmas, I got it as like an early, whatever, 2007, 2008 gift to get some of the Barracky, but I never completed them. I got the green one, white one, and the like orangish gray one. I don't know why, but they changed the color scheme for the purplish figures to more of like a gray or like a yellowish orange. I thought it was more appealing for them being in brown like they were. And also, Brandon Productions is here, so just to acknowledge him. Hello. And new channel RCM Bricks. Nice. I think I've seen that name before.
I have a question. I need some parts, but I may not be able to get them for a while. I need, well, are you ready? You might need like a pen and paper or something because there's quite a few parts.
Alright, I got a paper partially written on, but pen. I'm always misplacing pens here. Alright, let's see if I can find one. Points for pencils. Points are broken. I'm sure I can write it down. I have my phone here. So, which ones do you need?
I need 1x4 yellow tiles.
1x4 yellow. I think I have those available. I'll have to check. But go on.
I need 1x4 lime green tiles.
1x4 lime green?
Yes. 1x4 orange tiles. And I also need 1x2s in all those as well. And I also need 1x2 dark purple. I have to ask you, is this dark purple?
Let me take a look.
Can you see it okay?
Yeah, I can see it. I would say it's probably dark. Is it a newer piece? Like,
no, it came in
from?
it came in the Toy Story Zurg, the big Zurg figure.
I would probably say that's a dark purple, off the top of my head.
Because I am building this exotic floor tile design.
Mm-hmm.
I need more tiles.
Right. Yeah, dark purple seems accurate. Purple on BrickLink is, like, when you normally think of purple, it's actually put as dark purple, and what they normally have as purple is a little bit lighter than that. I don't know if it actually is, like, in accordance with, like,
and
I also
need 4 more pieces, which I know you're gonna have because everyone has them. I need 2 2x3x2 cupboards. You know, the
2x3x2.
These pieces.
Right.
In red, and I also need the doors for them, not the drawers. I need the doors.
The doors, like, just to have, like, one compartment. Okay. And that in any color or white?
I need the doors in white and the cupboards in red.
Okay.
Because I'm working on this kitchen.
That looks pretty good. I like that idea. I was actually thinking about a kitchen for my the Astro Bistro I was talking about earlier. And somewhere around here, I don't remember where, but there were a few of those like kitchen cabinets and drawers I was going to use. None of them in red, so I could, whatever red ones I could find extra, I could send up your way. And the white doors.
This might sound weird, but I praise you that you can make a Lego city on, what, a 48x48 base plate?
Thank you. It's a lot of work.
That seems like the biggest job and task, to make those things so small. I mean, I guess it's not a city per se, but it's a town. And I do have one suggestion, or just a thought.
Okay.
If you get any more 48x48 base plates, or you have more, Why don't you make a micro scale? Because then micro scale you can make a city per se.
Right. That's a good thought. Well, in case anybody doesn't know, the reason why I mainly call it a town is because it's only so much space of
Whoa,
actually
where did everything
fitting
go?
buildings. This is my custom sort of base plate. It's actually the thing that goes on top of the town because the actual base plate has like an underground section to it. This goes on top of it, and you fit the
Now
buildings
that's
here,
cool.
here, and here. So
Now
this
that
area in the middle is for the road, and this is also road. Because I don't have enough space to have like most people have like just tables set up that they can just lay a flat city on. So I just try to work on a little bit smaller. And because it's a smaller amount of buildings and houses, I call it a town. But
I see. Did you make a
but for
video
making a
on your
micro, I do have another gray base plate. I was actually thinking of using it and try to make a duplicate thing so I can connect more and have a bigger town. So that way you'll have maybe a beach area or just more of like streets that I could actually work with.
Yeah, that makes sense. Did you ever make a video on your sewer? Is it a sewer?
Yeah, I think the first town update has like a full look through about the sewer, and even previous city updates when I used to have an older city and didn't actually go anywhere. There were video footage of the sewer there.
I didn't see it in a video. That's why I asked. I saw it in I think the Saturday night train wreck. I may be mistaken.
Okay.
Like one of the first ones, because that was back when it was get your mock on. Now it's basically just talking about the same stuff every week. But
see if I can bring it up on the screen. This whole area is a mess right now. I was going to make it into an underground mine, but I haven't actually done anything to it yet. I hope to work more on it in this year. But there's going to be, a whole bunch of like different mining vehicles I can throw in here, different rocks and caverns. But over here is the underground sewer system.
You should make that other area Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles theme.
That's what I've done before. I've taken pictures with it, put it on Instagram, and had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles like fighting in here. It even has a back portion with this water sewer treatment, something or other. I don't know exactly what to call it, but this little like other cutaway in the sewer, it just has like some spiders, tubing, and just some other little details. But there's definitely enough space in here where I could fit a whole bunch of minifigures, maybe do some more Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle stuff with them, and there's even like exploding features. This part breaks apart. It doesn't do it that well this time, I don't know why. Then over here, there's a gear that's next to the sewer, and that actually tips over. I don't know if I can show it this way. Tips over this little barrel, or if you put a minifigure on there, just knock them in. And yeah, those are the two features in here.
I would love to do a city, and I have the space for a city. But the thing is, I don't have the biggest collection. So for me to build a building or whatever and just set it there, to me, I say, what's the point? Because now I don't have any parts left. Because Lego's coming out with so many new building techniques and whatnot, they're not using very many bricks at all unless you buy a $250 set that's a modular. Yes, modular.
I agree.
And I know they're not that much, but it's exaggeration.
No, I understand. I know exactly what you're talking about. And that's probably a good thing to do is once you have what seems to be a substantial collection, then it's a good idea to actually work on a city. So that way you can enjoy the sets that you have or even just enough pieces that you can actually build stuff. My city is usually, my town is made out of custom stuff. So there's very few actual Lego sets that are actually going into the city at any given point.
Yeah, but
All
you
those
see,
custom buildings are made out of parts I already own in my collection. So,
your town is quite small, so you can only hold like 4 buildings.
right,
So that would be totally fine with me. But I like making buildings like this. But if I build this, then I'll take it apart because then I'll have more parts.
right.
But
That's the point.
just
It's
set
like
it
you
on.
want to keep it together, but you also want to build other things.
Yes, and to just set it on a table somewhere where I don't live near anybody, so nobody can actually see it,
Hmm.
except for I guess YouTube or something. But for nobody to even be able to see it, it would be like, what's the point?
Right. I see what you mean. It's totally okay to work on that bigger scale. Why did Siri turn on? Anyways, it's totally okay to work on that bigger
iPhones
scale
these
because it's
days.
probably more accurate to, fitting different features into a house. Like the houses that I've made, they have a really small kitchen space and even smaller space for anything else. Um, so I only do it because I just have limited space of storing stuff. This space over here for these shelves could hold maybe 2 gray base plates side to side. So it's not a lot of space for me to have like a modular building. Although I still want to make one just for having like a little bit more detail inside of it for like I said earlier about um, Garden Slug. So I can share it with other members of
Wait,
the community in my area.
I must sound stupid, but what the heck's a lug?
That's okay, because people have asked me that before. LUG stands for Lego User Group, and it's a group for anyone over the age of 18 that is a fan of Lego. Um, depending on the area, they get to meet together. They discuss what they can do together as a community, and they usually, bring their own mocks to different Lego displays in their area. I've even had some, like not only things like Brickfest Live and Brick Fair, but even more local things where Lego displays are just appreciated. Like for example, in my area, there's um, I sometimes get in some of my local museums or science centers people who have Lego stuff on display, or even at libraries. So that's just kind of like a community that makes their own stuff. They bring it together. They try to put it all together into like a big Lego display. Um, and they also work with Lego directly with getting new parts. I can't really tell much more information on that because I don't know too much about it. Because I've only been in a lug for the past few months.
I see that.
Again, very novice.
I want to show you inside this building because it's really cool because some of the things are attached to the roof.
Okay.
So there's
That's
a
the thing you have to try to. That's the clever thing about making a building is if you want people to see inside of it, you got to build it a certain way, like certain tiles.
Okay, you see the menu in the back? That's hanging on the roof.
Okay.
And then there's lights above each table.
I see. That's a good idea.
And I think the other light fell off. But you get the point. And then when I open it up... Oh, no, the light's still on there. See? This is what the roof looks like.
I'm not sure I understand.
Why does it keep turning on?
I don't know.
Anywho's,
Maybe
this is what the
it's
inside
because
looks
it somehow picks up that I say "Hey Siri." It's a new update for iPhones in which you just say "Hey Siri" instead of having to click the home button, and it'll just bring it straight to there. I don't know what I'm saying that makes it sound like that though.
Yeah, this
But,
is my restaurant. Ooh. This is
Looks
probably one
pretty
of the
good.
best. This is probably one of the best mocks I've ever made, in my opinion.
That's good.
Because if you watch some of my early videos, I talked about making a town square, and I did start that, but it was not very good.
Hmm.
It was gonna have, well, I probably shouldn't say it on here because you probably have a family-friendly channel.
Yeah, we want to keep her family friendly here.
I'll just post it in the private chat.
Okay. There is an in-chat thing for people who are actually joined. Okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah. My dad suggested that. I
Right.
didn't think of that. I promise I don't drink.
Now I understand, and that's totally an okay idea to have in a Lego city. Just looking in the comments, minifigure collector confirmed it was dark purple for that tile you were talking about
Oh,
before.
thank you, minifig collector.
And minifig collector says you were going to piece together the off-road fire truck. I'm not sure what he means.
Yes, it's for me. And I have not gotten to that yet. I apologize. I have been busy doing things, but I hopefully will do that maybe like this weekend or something.
Okay.
So,
Good luck with that. That sounds cool.
you know the off-road fire truck from like 2007, I believe it is?
Oh yeah, it had like a little trailer on the back.
Yes, I own 2 of those, and so now Minifig Collector wants to see if I can piece it together out of my collection, which I think I can. The only problem is my brother is autistic, so when we collected Lego, when he got out of it, he kind of raged and threw some of them away, and so
Right.
that was unintended, but you know.
Yeah, that's okay.
Stuff happens.
Yep.
How many brick boxes did you get?
I think I have that set too, and I always have trouble piecing it together. I mean, not that I want to badly, but I don't know why. It just kind of all fell apart, and I find parts everywhere for it. So I probably won't use it anymore, though.
How
It's
many
not the
brick
best.
boxes did you get? Brick
Brick
tower?
boxes? Oh, like the ones from Walmart?
Yes.
I have none of them. The trouble with my area, where I live, Walmart is a very far away place, and I only know of 2 that are somewhat local to me, but they're still a long way to get to each of them.
And that's
So,
the difference between you
I
and
don't have Walmart hauls very often.
And that's the difference between you and I, because I have a Walmart 2 blocks away from me, but I don't have a Lego store, Toys R Us, or Target within an hour of me.
Wow. I don't know of many people who have a Lego store in an hour of them, because mine takes about an hour to get to it too.
My Lego store takes 4 hours to get to it.
It sounds like it's in another state at that point.
No, so I live right in the bottom corner of Oregon, and it's so like look at my camera. So if my whole camera thing was Oregon, I live down here, and the Lego store's up here.
Okay. It must be a pretty useful box, though, because that's a lot of basic brick.
Yeah, I mean, 52 1x2 red bricks is pretty good.
It's pretty good. I was actually thinking, since I don't have that kind of amount of pieces to get, I was thinking I could get something like the Lego Classic sets, or the like creative suitcase, you know, where it already has a bunch of those. But I was actually leaning more towards the Lego Classic because even though it has less of the quantity, it also has some new pieces that are not in other sets. Especially the 1x1 round tiles that have different faces on them. They have winking faces, they have like blinking faces or something, you know, like different facial expressions you could use with like Mixel type characters.
I have a question. What? I know what Lego Classic is. All I know about Lego Classic is they do the new base plates. But what is Lego Classic? I guess I could ask.
Lego Classic, it's weird thing, but they're basically doing what they've already done with other themes. It's like they used to have a theme called Bricks and More, which was kind of just like general building stuff, no specific theme or instructions to them. They give you instructions, but they also give you like a whole bunch of ideas, where you just see
Sorry
a
about the
picture and you try to build from that picture. So Lego Classic is just another name for it, but pretty much has the same idea. A whole box of
I
bricks, so you
remember
can
what
just build
bricks and
anything.
more is.
Mhm.
I do remember what bricks and more is.
Right. And even Creator, for a good amount of time, had that too, with like Creator designer sets. Back around 2005, they had the same idea where you just get a whole bunch of pieces, you get an instruction booklet, but you also get ideas from that book. You know, it just shows you pictures of how to build some stuff, as well as showing you step by step how to build the stuff.
I got me a big B splat.
Nice. I'm still trying to figure out how to use mine. I was thinking maybe I could use the exosuit and have like something like it squishes something and that's like the splat underneath. But I also thought maybe that's not original.
I did mine during Christmas time, and I did mine as the tree skirt, Christmas tree skirt.
That's a good idea. I was also thinking, since I'm working on it like a space-themed restaurant, I could have that as some sort of space creature on the top or as like an outside design. So, you know, like it looks wacky. It looks like, ooh, interesting. And it's purple, so it livens up the color.
Yeah.
Alright, I still have a few more round plates to go through, and then I'll try to push some stuff to the side, and then we'll go to the Minecraft live stream. Usually I do it around this time for the past 2 or 3 nights.
So, are your Minecraft videos on this channel or your Maniac for Bricks?
They're on this channel, so you won't even have to leave here. I mean, like the channel.
Wait, are you gonna do it? So, I have a question. Can I join and try and play some Minecraft too? Because I can play. I have Minecraft and I can play.
It's not that you can't, but I'm very like I'm still inexperienced with Minecraft, so I'd rather just do the gameplay of how I'm just going along in the game and trying to catch up to doing better things. So right now I can't. Sorry.
Okay.
Plus I don't know. I'm not really familiar much with connecting online with gaming, so until I learn more about that on my own, then I might open it up more.
That was totally fine. I was actually just asking because I wanted to join to help you. Because if you wanted to know anything.
Right. I'm totally okay if you put things in the comments. I'll read them throughout the live stream of you know, if I should do things differently or if there's anything I don't know how to do, maybe I could learn.
And you also have to remember that the live streams are delayed.
That's true. Usually when I read through the comments of a live stream for Minecraft, I do it during the nighttime. So like while the night's passing over, whether or not I'm actually able to get into the bed or not, I just wait it out, and then I read over the comments so that I can catch up with what people are saying.
That makes total sense.
It kind of helps. I don't know if it's really going to, you know.
Do you know how long you're going to be going for?
I usually go for about an hour. I might do a little bit less than that, but about an hour. Why is trans yellow not showing up here? Oh, there it is.
So how long do you think you'll be on here? Longer.
On here?
Yes.
I'm hoping for a few more minutes. Screen's just a little slow in loading. You know what? I should actually get Minecraft pulled up on the background so I can have it available. Oh, I just looked at my desktop. That's funny.
What?
I forgot. I think it was yesterday, or I forget when, but I downloaded a demo of Five Nights at Freddy's, and I was thinking maybe I should do that as like a live, quick gameplay of just the demo, because I've never actually played it on my own, and I know somebody asked me, like, you know, if I'm gonna do that. I wasn't thinking of it at first, but I thought it would just be funny if I could.
You should do it on this live stream.
Maybe I could do it here. The problem is it's not like, yeah, I'm experienced with the game. I mean, I haven't played it myself, but I at least know what it is and what it's like. But the live stream, as well as my laptop, slows down the gameplay of things, even with the Minecraft gameplays. So
I can't.
playing it live for Five Nights at Freddy's may not be helpful because you need the quick response of in the game to be sure you can do things correctly. Like if it's delayed in if it's delayed for me to do something on there, I could wind up having to restart.
I can't play Minecraft on Google Plus Hangouts. It won't. It doesn't load. It is that glitchy.
Mine's just very laggy. It actually does glitch from time to time.
I guess it's laggy. I always say glitchy, but I guess it's laggy.
Yeah. Lag is more about time between doing things. Like in Minecraft, you measure things by frames per second. So
Per second.
that's like the speed of being able to do things. Glitchy is more about like if the game is not doing the controls right, or if it just makes weird appearances, like if things change color, or if things don't exist. Like the last time I did the Minecraft live stream, there were blocks that were there, but I couldn't actually see what they looked like.
Yeah. I have two questions. One, how many of these do you have?
Hold on, I'm just responding to the comments. Alright, let me see. How many of which one? Oh, those? I only have, in that color, I only have one. In the brown and reddish brown, only a couple, but none of them are for sale yet.
I got this one out of the Arctic Snowmobile.
That's why I got mine. I still have that.
And the second question is, not to be, I don't know what to say, but don't take this wrong.
Okay.
Did you watch any of me and some other YouTubers' 12-hour live stream?
No, I haven't. I'm not sure which YouTuber it is.
It's my channel.
I can't. Okay. I'm lucky if I can stay on a live stream for 1 or 2 hours, but
No, I know, I get it. It was just we did it on New Year's Eve to New Year's Day, just to celebrate it and whatnot, and it was just like a stop in, get some free Lego, and then leave, because that's all we were doing basically the whole time was giving away stuff.
Oh, that was that one. I remember that now. Yeah, I didn't really do that. I wasn't even sure if I must have been busy then. Sorry.
Oh, that's totally fine. On YouTube, when people say stuff, I don't get offended at all on YouTube because, it's just the internet. I mean.
Right. Sometimes the internet gets offensive, though.
Yeah.
That's why I sometimes enjoy saying things a little bit more openly on this channel, because it's not as public as Maniac for Bricks. So I have a little place I can actually put my thoughts out and not be too afraid of expressing them.
If this makes you happy at all, I watch almost every one of your videos. I miss a few reviews that I already have the set, so it's like, what's the point of watching a review? But I watch most of your videos.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But I have to laugh with you saying you've watched almost all of them, and I'm thinking over 1,000 of them, because I've put out a lot of videos since 2012. And
yeah, I've watched almost every one of your videos that also includes when you were 13 Hammer Time 62. I loved your old intros. Those were fun.
Yeah, those were funny. But looking back on them, that's actually pretty pathetic, in my opinion. just for what I was doing, if anybody doesn't remember, I basically had a 16 by 16 green base plate put up to the camera before I actually showed what was on the video. So I would say, welcome to 13 Hammer times 62's Lego set reviews, then throw it down, and then the video begins. But that was still recorded, so I think I got a little bit better when I was actually starting to do video editing, and actually put in just a single intro with a little better quality, and then show the video itself.
Not to brag or anything, but I honestly think I'm one of the best Lego community editors. Because if you watch my challenge that comes up on Friday, you'll see what I mean. Because I'm not trying to brag or anything, but I think I'm actually a really good editor.
Okay, that's good.
Now, I'm not saying that in a way like I can make intros and stuff, because those are really hard to make, but I can like cut stuff out that's unnecessary, put music in, fade music, fade sound, fade everything, put lettering, put all that stuff, like your basics, and then I can also do other things.
Right.
Like, I edit my brother's videos as well.
Okay, I'm gonna stop this live stream for now, and then we're gonna go right into the Minecraft one. It's actually gonna be its own separate live stream.
Oh, okay. I'll see you there.
All right, see you there. So thank you everyone for watching this video, this live stream. Sorry I didn't actually do more like actually hand picking parts, but again, it's a long process, so I don't want to bore you guys. And I might as well go on to the what I said I was going to do, Minecraft live stream. So we'll have more fun there.
I have a question before you end it.
Yep. Go ahead.
Can I do my outro that I do in every one of my videos?
You could do that if you want to.
Oh, thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you next time.
Nice outro, short and to the point. And we are off.